Hosts over at Fox News are flipping out over a report about Biden's outreach to young voters.
And Biden allies of the president are also launching a new super PAC aimed at the young voters. Won't pack down. It's hired millennials and Gen Z writers, producers, and directors to craft pro-Biden content to try and sell the 81-year-old to young voters. And a group of Democratic donors are reportedly trying out, just wait for this, new party events, party-style events to court young adults. They include free beer, manicures, birth control pills, and a sweepstakes to win a month's worth of rent.
Bingo.
But Bill Hemmer, what about just good policy?
Yeah, how about that?
You don't need to hand out free beer if you just craft good policy that helps all Americans. So do you think this shenanigan is going to work?
As you see, you don't need to give things away, but craft good policy. Really, what about all the giveaways that Republicans promise the rich? Okay. Anyway, you gotta love Fox News railing against anything that could be fun. Hey, beer, free beer, birth control. Ooh, hey, don't threaten me with a good time. All right. Ooh. And guess what, though? Even if there were parties, and I don't see any evidence of that. There's a couple of articles, one in the Washington Post, one in Politico, that talked about this. And one of them mentioned free beer, and others mentioned birth control. It doesn't mean that you're going to vote for Joe Biden, okay? That said, this gets funnier and more unhinged.
So what you're saying is they are manipulating these young people through their addictions.
Absolutely.
You know, this sounds like the list. I don't know if dental dams was on this one, but this sounds like the protesters list over at Columbia University and all these swank East Coast schools that were, you know, trafficking in anti-Israel and Jewish hate. I mean, it's like they cultivated that movement and decided they would pay them to vote. And I got to tell you, if they become the majority, we're in trouble. I mean, do you want people whose motto is, and they took this right out of the 50s and 60s, you know, battle by day, love at night, which needs birth control and dental dams and food. Remember the people at Columbia, they needed food and water. Forget about asking for it for the cause of Palestinians. They weren't doing that. They needed to be sustained on their $100,000 a year education. That's what this looks like. So through their addiction to social media, they will manipulate them.
There are no words to the insanity that I just heard. Wow. These young people, they're getting them through, Biden is getting them through their addictions to beer and dental dams and social media. They're just like those anti-Semites. Wait a minute. In Columbia and in these universities, first of all, they're massively majority peaceful, okay? And we're not engaging in anti-Semitism, anti-Jewish hate. A lot of these student groups were led by Jewish people. But again, the insane amount of propaganda that you see on Fox News, I mean, and they say it with such conviction, right? Oh, can you believe that? Dental dams, can you believe it? Again, Politico had an article about the super PAC, didn't mention anything about party-style events. The Washington Post did mention an event, but again, these are not Joe Biden events. This is a super PAC. They're not actually supposed to coordinate with the campaign. I know FEC rules are pretty lax on that, but, you know, it just, again, none of the articles, though, getting back to the point, mention dental dams. I don't know where she's getting this stuff, okay? It's crazy. It's just crazy. That said, there's a real issue, though, to talk about on this, and that's Biden does have an issue with younger voters, okay? That's why they are setting up these events. That's why they're setting up ways to try to reach younger voters through social media, because a lot of younger voters do get their news from social media. They don't get it through Fox News, okay? Because Fox News lies all the time. Okay, let's be honest. That's what they do. And so younger voters, they actually see what's going on through social media. Okay, they do see it through, yes, Instagram, through TikTok. Oh my God, TikTok, Chinese government. Yeah, okay, whatever. Right, ridiculous. Look, poll after poll, though, younger voters do not approve of the job that Joe Biden is doing. They don't really like him. They don't think he has the mental fitness to be president. That's what a lot of the polls are saying. Okay, they don't see him doing well with the economy, immigration, and obviously they're also quite upset with the fact that our tax money is going to bomb tents in the Middle East. Okay, literally massacring and beheading children with our bombs. That's what's happening. And so, yeah, of course they're not happy about that. And look, when it comes to the polling, 24% of those aged 18 to 29 approve the job that Joe Biden is doing. Again, a lot of it's on the economy, things like inflation, housing costs. If you're a young person, you're screwed. You can't afford a home. You can barely afford to rent. So those are legitimate issues. 62% have an unfavorable opinion of Joe Biden, but that doesn't mean that they're going to go over to Donald Trump either. They despise Donald Trump. They despise both of them. They're a pox on both of your houses. That's what they're saying. Okay. Now, one of the major issues here, along with the economy, is for Biden, 82% of voters, 18 to 29, think Biden is too old to be an effective president. They're also saying the same thing about Trump, but by 62%. So still a majority saying, yeah, Donald Trump, he's 4 years younger than Biden, is, too old to be president. Now, they also had an NPR and PBS NewsHour Marist poll from last year, finding younger voters were more likely to say they had a real concern about Biden's mental fitness to be president. So, look, they're facing a serious problem, okay? And pretending it doesn't exist doesn't actually solve the problem. I personally don't believe that Biden should have ran this time. It's a bit late for that one, okay? What are you going to do now, right? It's a bit late. So he's got to fix the serious problem that he has with young people. And it's a disaster in waiting. It could have been avoided, but now we're here where we're at, okay? They got to do something. And so what they're doing now, I don't see too much of a problem with it, honestly. The only thing is, will it work? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to do anything. I don't think, unlike people over at Fox News, and I think some of the Biden staff, I don't think young people are stupid. Okay? I don't think they're going to fall for, ridiculous things. I think they're really concerned about legitimate, real issues that are affecting them day to day. And if you're not going to try to fix those issues, then you're leaving those voters on the table. Okay? And not only that, they're not going to get picked up by the right wing. They're probably just not going to vote at all, which is, again, it's a disaster. So, look, I think they're rightly angry. Young people are at the state of politics. Anybody who's paying attention should be angry and should be, saying that, yes, we are going in the wrong direction. We would like to be going in a better direction, a better for everyone, better economically. Right now we have, 5 corporations in a trench coat that are running Congress, essentially. And so, that's a gigantic problem that neither party is really addressing. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shut down, you become a member on our YouTube page, you become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.